Welcome everybody and welcome back to the next 20 pages of Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Now, before we go on to today's video, there is one thing I want to mention. With all the videos that I've been doing, I noticed one huge thing that has been pissing me off this whole time, and it's this glare. Right now I don't see it, but I know it's there on the camera. And I'm going to end up fixing that, so no worries. So eventually you'll be able to see the whiteboard completely clearly. But today we are on part 12 of 13 on Gary Vaynerchuk's Crushing It book breakdown. We're almost there, guys. We're almost finishing the book, but there's still some really good concepts to grasp. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. First point being is Instagram. This is another platform that we are going to be covering to gain a huge audience and to pretty much build a pillar for you whenever you're going to be creating your social media brand. Now with Instagram, the reason why you want to use Instagram is because you can pretty much showcase the best of your content using videos and photos. And underneath the videos and photos, you can always do descriptions underneath. So it's kind of nice because instead of just leaving like a brief caption, you can always give a story. People love stories. So whenever you're posting something, always give some kind of story, some kind of background to the actual picture or video. Because a lot of people, they just kind of just like post things and just leave it how it is. I think that's kind of not really engaging enough. But hey, everyone's got their own tactic out there. So do whatever works for you. But I think you want to utilize these tools to its maximum potential. So if it's going to give you the option to write a description, you better write a freaking description or something, you know. But whenever you're showcasing the best of the best, make sure your content is incredible. Because you want to be pretty much showing the best of your brand. Everyone who's going to be coming to your Instagram page is going to be seeing all your pictures straight up right then and there. And they're going to be seeing the thumbnails of your videos. So you want to make sure that it's really good stuff, because whenever people land on your page, they want to know what you're about. So make sure you pretty much optimize your Instagram to its fullest potential. Also, I do recommend to, whenever you're going to be making your Instagram page, make sure to set it up as a business account so you can see the analytics behind it, and you could be promoting your posts as well. So it's kind of helpful whenever you're kind of seeing where your general audience is coming from and how to gear your brand towards your audience. Now, going off of the Instagram and how to optimize it, make sure you write a very, very short and concise but accurate description on what your business is. Like, for example, on 20 pages, which will pop right there, I don't really post that much, but it's a very good brief description of what I do. Now, going into Instagram, there is a little point that Gary Vaynerchuk points out, and it's pretty much, it's called business development for Instagram. So there's 7 steps to pretty much to develop your business with Instagram. And with this, it's kind of more like relating to engagement and how to pretty much reach your audience and how to, pretty much promote yourself in a way. So I'm going to nail through the points, so bear with me. I'm pretty much just going to go right through the steps. There's no point of me explaining it because it's kind of self-explanatory. But I'll go right into it. First one being, make incredible content, as I mentioned before. 2, search for relevant hashtags. And then 3, click on the hashtags. 4, click on every picture with the tag. 5, investigate the account and see if they would be interested in what you're offering. 6, direct message the account with a custom message. Now there's one little insert that I want to put here. Make sure that you're putting a custom message, because if you're not and you're just copying and pasting everything, first off, you're coming off as not genuine, and second off, it's kind of obvious that it's a script and people aren't going to want to engage. And third, that's kind of just, you're taking shortcuts, and shortcuts is not going to lead you to where you want to be. You never get to where you want to be by taking shortcuts in life, so don't do it. Just make sure you're genuinely interacting with these people and genuinely creating relationships. It'll definitely benefit you in the long run, I promise you. Now go on to the 7th step, which is going to be like 3 subpoints. At least I broke it down this way. So whenever you're going to be messaging the person through the direct message, make sure you ask these questions to yourself. Explain what drew you to them. And then Why are you worthy of their time? Why should they be checking you out? Why should they be promoting you? Third, what value can you offer them? Now, going into these points, like for example, explain what drew you to them. Like whenever you're looking at their page, you could be like, oh, I noticed you post about, let's say, like for example, we'll do an example 20 pages. I noticed that you're posting about books. That's what kind of drew me to you, because you post about books, and I don't know, I think it's awesome. Now I got the second point. Why are you worthy of their time? So you pretty much want to give some kind of insight on why you're important to them, and pretty much say how you can benefit them in that sense. Which kind of goes on to the third point of the 7th step, which is what value can you offer them? For example, 20 pages, what I plan on doing is like book giveaways. Whenever I'm going to be like talking about like engaging with someone through direct messaging, I could always be like, here, I think since you're like you love reading, you should definitely check out this book. I'll send you it. What's your address? I'll definitely send you this book. It'll be completely free, no charge. And then you pretty much just ask, if anything, like, can you just promote me? Can you do a shout out on your page? Simple as that. But like I said in the previous video, you just want to keep giving, man. If anything, you don't even need to ask for anything in return, because eventually if you're giving them like a book or something for free, they're going to be like, dude, what the hell can I do for you? So it's always a mutual benefit, and if not, don't look at it negatively. You could always ask. It doesn't hurt, but still, always plan to give more than you expect to receive in return. It just makes you a better human being in return. So now we're going on to the second point, which is Thrifts and Threads by Brittany Xavier. Now, I don't want to go too in-depth with her story because it's going to take a lot of time, but her story is kind of awesome because it relates to kind of awesome. It is fucking awesome. Yeah, I dropped the F-bomb, but still, it's freaking awesome. And now I switched it. But the reason why I want to bring this up is because Brittany pretty much explains how she actually started monetizing Instagram, because she started taking advantage of the fact of how many followers she had and started promoting stuff that other brands were offering her. So Brittany, what she was originally doing was pretty much just posting pictures on Instagram about like photography and stuff, about her like family and whatnot, and eventually she kind of just like did photo shoots with her family, and all these brands started recognizing her and her following, and they were starting to send her clothing and asking to do like photo shoots with their clothing and pretty much promote them. At first she wasn't really charging them, and if anything she was charging them very little, until she realized one of the representatives was like, oh, you're only charging $100? Okay, let's do it. And that's the key word. Only charging $100? So that's whenever she realized she's underselling herself and she should be charging more. So after a while, she started charging more, and eventually she was making about like $1,000 a day off a certain post. That's it. That is why I want to tell you how super important it is that social media is affecting brands today. You can easily start... I digress. It's not that easy, but you can see the potential of how you can monetize social media and how you can actually make a killing off of it. That's why you want to take advantage of social media today and start building your brand. That's why I wanted to mention her story, is because she started monetizing just off of posting a few posts. That's it. Brands came to her and asked to pretty much advertise with her and using her content. Now going to the third point, we have podcasts, which is going to be the last platform. Now the reason why this platform is super important is because a lot of people don't like using videos. Like for example, I did mention in the YouTube video, I mentioned about making your own YouTube video. Some people don't like to be on camera. That's fine. Whenever you're looking at all these platforms, make sure you use a platform that you actually enjoy. So with this, I would pretty much recommend, if you don't like being face-to-face with the camera, do a podcast so you can hear your voice, so people can hear your voice. Also, think about how many people commute on a daily basis. Think about how many people just plug in headphones and do their work, do some kind of activity. A lot of these people are either like helping themselves with self-help stuff, or listening to a book or a podcast, or sometimes listening to even music. I know a lot of people listen to music. But there's still a huge majority of the population that likes to get their information in. So that is why you want to do freaking podcasts. Podcasts help you out because instead of having a video where sometimes people don't even have the time to watch a video, They can just listen to your voice while doing work, whatever they're doing, and they're still going to pick up the main gist of it. So that's why podcast is super crucial, because you can still be hitting a huge audience through you just speaking to a mic. That's it. Now, to recap about, I'm kind of out of frame, but to recap about all the platforms that I mentioned that are pretty much going to be your pillars in creating your brand, we've got, well, first one's going to be Musical.ly. If you want, you can use that. Second one, you got Snapchat. Third one, you got Twitter. Fourth one, you got YouTube. Fifth one, you got Facebook. And then sixth, you got Instagram. Seventh, podcasts. And that is all of them. Those are the main pillars that you're going to be using in creating your social media brand. So make sure you take advantage of any 7 of those platforms to leverage your business and get the audience you want and create a killing. Get your name out there. Get an audience. Get people to start liking you for who you are. You deserve it, man. Go do whatever you want. Man, woman, whoever you are, I don't care, like I said in the last video. But go out there, go kill your dreams, go be awesome. That's all I have for you guys today. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and please subscribe on YouTube, guys. Your support is amazing. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this video. You guys are always awesome. Take care, guys, and be awesome.